Welcome back. Now, our final guest is part of a real estate duo called the Aquino Ruiz team, who have a passion for helping people find their dream homes through hard work and teamwork. Joining us now, we have real estate agent from Windermere, Jose Aquino. Welcome, Jose.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I want to talk a little bit about some of the challenges for homeowners nowadays. I know there's a lot of misconceptions on what it takes to purchase a home, and I think that's part of the people that you service.
Yeah, a lot of the challenges that we see, it's a lot of myths also. People think they need a large down payment, 20% or higher. And also people think that, they need the greatest credit score ever. So that's one of the challenges that we're running into when people want to achieve, their home purchase.
Absolutely. You know what? There's a lot of programs that we have with Synergy that can help you, purchase a home with very little money, sometimes with no money at all. We have programs that'll help you with a down payment as well as closing costs.
Yeah.
We do a lot of loans for veterans as well with, zero down and credit scores. I mean, that's one of the things that you mentioned that people believe that they have to have perfect credits to buy a home, but that's not the case. I mean, there's programs with like FHA that are very flexible for first-time home buyers that you just need a minimum credit score to qualify for those, but you don't have to have perfect credit nowadays, right?
No, you don't. We've helped multiple clients, a lot of clients with so-so credit score, and we're able to push them and get them to their dream home. And again, with the down payment, like a lot of people, it's hard for them to save up the down payment with the high rents, and the high lifestyle. So programs like down payment assistance programs can help them purchase a home with literally almost zero down.
Yeah, because for example, in San Diego County, real estate is pretty expensive.
Yes.
So let's just talk about a home that is $500,000.
Correct.
Most people believe that you need 20% down to purchase that home. So 20% of $500,000 is $100,000.
Yes.
Most people don't have that much money saved up.
Nope.
But there are solutions, right? There's programs from the state, from the cities, from the counties. There's all kinds of assistance because home ownership really is a part of what the government wants for our families, to keep our communities together, to strengthen families. Home ownership kind of is the cornerstone of everything. From there, your personal wealth, your family's, security and everything comes from, making homeowners when they were renters.
Yeah. It's a good way to, at $500,000, you're looking at, like you said, $100,000 down payment, plus the closing costs, right? There's also the extra charges you need to pay to purchase a home. We've helped multiple clients, with 3.5 down. 3% down,
yeah,
or 5% down. Even at $500,000, we help clients with 0% down. So it's just, I guess it's just kind of knowing, where you stand and what credit you have and knowing where you stand in order to purchase a home.
I think one of the challenges that people have as well is just they don't want to go out there and find out for themselves because they don't want to be turned down. Nobody likes to say, hey, you're not good enough to buy a home or you don't qualify, and they're afraid because their income, maybe some credit challenges and stuff like that. But with that, you have to know where you stand and you have to put a plan together to purchase a home. And if you can't do it now, we actually set people up to that. We can give them a roadmap. Even though you can't purchase today, we're going to help you purchase in a month, in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year, whatever their individual case is. But I think at the heart of all this is the education that you and your team provide to homeowners, right?
Yeah, so me and my team, my partner, Giovanni Ruiz, we hold these monthly first-time home buyer seminars, and we usually have a spot. We provide, food and drinks, and it's 2-hour class, mostly informative. Obviously, we want the business eventually, but it's more for the community, just to let them know, look, this is how you buy a home, this is how you do it. Now here's a lender, talk to them. If you can't buy a house now, we'll set you up in a year or 2-year plan. So then in 2 years, you'll be able to become a homeowner.
It is, and you know what? That's one of the things that people have to know where to go, where to get answers. And so one of the things that you and I had talked about is, the experience that people have with dealing with different types of loans. And one of the things that I found out as a lender is that, the Hispanic community, we're different. We're different in the sense of, maybe our parents, grandparents aren't as educated as the newer generation is. So when they come into my office, they bring me their mail like in a plastic bag, say, hey, here's my bank statements. And, and that's something to me very humbling because it makes me understand that they are fully putting their trust in us. They're putting their trust in me as a lender. They're trusting you as their agent to go find a home that's not only safe for their family, but it's affordable to them in the neighborhood that they want to be. So I think a lot of this really comes back to trust. So let me ask you this. How long have you been doing real estate? I've
been doing it for about 7 years. I'm starting into my 7th year next year. So far it's been the best decision I've ever made in my life.
It is, Jose. One of the things that my parents always taught me was if you do something right, you're always going to be here through good times, through bad times. And I know in real estate, we've had kind of a roller coaster ride in the last several years. But I think those people that are here still are people that are doing it right. Whether that's a lender, whether that's a real estate agent. And so, I want to thank you for your service to the Hispanic community because I strongly believe that if you are a primarily Spanish speaker, you should speak with somebody that speaks your language. Just because, there's no misunderstandings, there's nothing missing. If they have a question, they can ask you directly as the agent.
Yes.
If they have a question about the loan, they can ask me directly as a loan officer, and we're communicating to them. And the Hispanic community is tight. As you know, if you take care of them, they're going to refer you their friends, their family, because they trust you. And as long as we keep treating them right, servicing them as much as we can, giving them the best payments, the best rates, the best homes, in the best condition, they're going to come back to us. And so I definitely appreciate, your heart for the Hispanic community, that you and your partner go the extra mile to service the Hispanic community. So if people want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
So the easiest way to get a hold of me is obviously through my personal phone, 760-532-4075. Or if they would like to sign up for one of the upcoming classes that we hold every month, just go to AquinoRuizTeam.com. And there's a link right there where you can sign up for the upcoming class. And just to note, we hold them in English and also in Spanish. So, we're English speaking and then Spanish speaking clients that obviously it's a little bit harder for them to do English.
That's awesome. I'll say, thank you very much for coming to the show. I really appreciate you sharing all this information with us. And, the one thing that we definitely have to have is more free education for our community. And I think by holding these workshops, I think you guys are providing a service because even though they don't use you guys or me for the lending, you know what? We're going to be able to give them the tools that's going to allow them to go out there and be smart home shoppers, to understand what questions to ask. But more importantly, on my side as a lender, what questions not to ask. Because there's some questions that if you tell somebody, for example, what's my rate? Then a lot of the times when somebody asks me that question, it's not that simple because it's dependent on everybody's credit scores, income qualifications. And so to me, they are coming to me as the expert on the loan. And so they just want to start a conversation. And so when I hear that, it kind of gives me an insight into how educated they are in the lending process. Kind of like with you, there's definitely questions that they should be asking as far as repairs on the property, termite, inspections. That by using a professional like you guys, that's the value that you bring to the table.
Yes.
So thank you very much for serving the community.
Yeah, you're welcome.